Indiana state line to listen for Panther football again this fall on WHOW's many platforms on AM, FM, and streamed online. EIU Panther football is part of WHOW's great weekend sports programming schedule, including a Best of Clinton Maroon sports broadcast and CBS Sports Radio. We'll bring you every Panther game start to finish right here on Central Illinois' news, agriculture, and sports station, WHOW.
At Central Illinois Outdoors with me, Jared White, we want you to be a part of the program as well via the Archer's Alley Catch of the Week. Each week, we'll select one of your pictures submitted at centralillinoisoutdoors.com and invite you to tell your story of the great outdoors. We're looking for your kid's first catch or even your first big buck. There's a simple, easy form you can fill out on your phone or computer at centralillinoisoutdoors.com. Send us your story, send us your pick. centralillinoisoutdoors.com and the Catch of the Week, brought to you by Archer's Alley, North 22nd Street in Decatur.
News time is 10 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Monday morning. Top of the morning from the newsroom of Regional Radio and DeWittDailyNews.com. I'm Seth Lawrence with this expanded local newscast brought to you by Baum Chevrolet Buick in Clinton. Your Silverado headquarters in the morning show streams to Facebook and YouTube. Brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Beacon Insurance agent in Clinton. The Clinton Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade is coming up, and the Grand Marshal for the parade has been announced. The Clinton Chamber of Commerce Board has named Marian Brisard this year's parade Grand Marshal. Brisard retired as the Chamber's executive director about a year ago, and first-year executive director Janice Peterson says this was something her board wanted to do instead of going out for nomination to the community this year.
Christmas Parade is Saturday, December 2nd, 2 o'clock, same route down Main Street around the square that it has been. And I'm excited this year to announce that Marian Brisard is our Grand Marshal for the parade. I can tell you that was an entire board decision.
Sure.
The entire board was talked about it and said that's who they want this year.
Oh, okay.
So
great.
very easy nomination process.
On the WHOW Morning Show Friday, celebrating her favorite day, Friday the 13th, Brisard told Regional Radio she was very humbled to have received word of being the Grand Marshal.
You know, at first I said, oh, isn't there someone else that's more deserving? So it is an honor.
Mm-hmm.
It really is an honor. Last year, Janice and I carried the banner together. It was kind of like I was passing the torch off to her.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fun.
It was definitely
Really
fun.
fun. Lots and lots of people were waving, and it just was very
I would do it
heartwarming.
again in a heartbeat. I would carry the banner again easily.
Fun.
Yes.
This year, unless you found someone else, my husband's going to drive me, and I'm hoping to get some of my grandkids to ride in the entry.
Peterson says they're now accepting entries for this year's parade. A change in the entry form is it's now online. So if you can't come to the chamber office or do not want to wait for it to be mailed out, just check out ClintonILChamber.com.
Theme this year is Parade of Trees, and the registration is on our Facebook page. It's on our website. Letters have been mailed to people that were in it last year.
Mm-hmm.
We would like to get all the entries back by November 10th, which is a Friday.
Okay.
Then we'll start working on getting the lineup going, and we'll have a good parade.
Something new I did notice, you've got an online registration.
It's just a form.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just
You can get the form online.
Yeah, you can get right.
Yeah.
The form is on our website, and it is on our Facebook
yeah,
page. There's links
that was
to it,
really cool.
so it's easier. They can just I don't. It's not fillable. You have to actually print it
Yep.
and fill
Okay.
it out
All
and
right.
mail it back to us or email it back to us.
Marian?
It is new. It is. Before we would email or mail it if someone requested it.
Okay. Yeah, we just linked it.
Yeah, it's good.
The Christmas Parade again comes up Saturday, December 2nd at 2 p.m. in downtown Clinton. Get more information at ClintonILChamber.com/Christmas-parade. Head Start in Piatt County has been shut down for the current school year so far this fall because its parent agency has not been able to secure a teacher for the program. On the WHOW Morning Show Friday, Director of Head Start for Community Action, Chrissy Conklin, told Regional Radio it's been very disappointing not to be able to offer that service to the communities of Piatt County.
It's really disappointing. We are really needing to find a teacher to be in the classroom.
Mhm.
Last year we did have that, but yeah, we do not have a teacher. And if we don't have a teacher, we can't have kids in the classroom, and they can't be, learning what they need to for all of the hours that they need to. So it's definitely unfortunate.
While the ideal Head Start classroom would have multiple staff in it, Conklin says they really just need a teacher to get the program up and going. She also does not know the full extent of how this is impacting the community, as many families have probably found other arrangements for childcare.
We need a Piatt teacher. And then we do have a teacher assistant, but a classroom assistant as well. So that classroom assistant position is the one that focuses on the nutrition and the health aspects of the children. They're responsible for educating the kids and doing a lesson plan on something that's health or nutrition related. They also do a lot with the food ordering and the lunches and the breakfast prep, things like that. But we also do have an opening for a support teacher in DeWitt and Piatt County. And that support teacher ideally would be a site director certified. And so that means that they can fill in as that site director, but they could also fill in as a teacher. Some people think of it kind of as a substitute, if you will, that is assigned to a couple different counties. Ideally, we would have a teacher, like that would be the critical piece. And then with that, we would open the classroom back up because we would have the educator in there. And yeah, that really is like the linchpin.
According to Conklin, Community Action faces some unique challenges as it relates to finding teachers. She notes the teacher shortage is an obvious reason, as education institutions struggle with that, but she also points out they cannot offer the salaries of public educators.
I mean, I would say education and educational related positions are really hard right now. A lot. There's a shortage. I mean, it's a nationwide issue. It's not just this county or this area. And it's really hard. A lot of people feel that the dynamic of children in general have changed. Part of that, I think, is COVID. Part of that might be related to family involvement and what families actually do with their children. Do they engage? Do they help support them with extracurricular activities, sports? So, I mean, ideally, a Head Start teacher would have a bachelor's degree in education. And so, they would be certified to be a Head Start teacher for that. So I feel that our limitation we have is that it's federal. And so the federal minimum wage does not match the Illinois minimum wage, and they're very different. That is definitely not in our favor. And I think that is a challenge for us within Head Start, but then also just within other positions.
Conklin reminds Head Start is a kindergarten readiness program for early childhood and preschool age children.
So the ideal goal of Head Start in Community Action, but just Head Start as a whole, is kindergarten readiness. We, within our agency, we do have a birth to 5 program. Some Head Starts just have early and they go up until the 3rd birthday. Some of them are 3 to 5. So we have through age 5, and the idea is kindergarten readiness. So whatever supports we can do to support families on how to get their kids ready for kindergarten, like that's the ideal goal, to get them a head start, literally, but get them a head start and ready for going into that elementary piece.
Conklin directs any teachers interested in teaching for Head Start to visit capsule.info, then find the Human Resources tab. You can also follow along with all things Community Action by finding them on Facebook. Your earnings history is a record of your progress towards your future Social Security benefits, and Social Security tracks your earnings so they can pay you the benefits you've earned through your working years. Jack Myers at Social Security indicates when they calculate your retirement benefit amount, they use your 35 best years adjusted for inflation. So it's important for you to review your earnings record for accuracy, and it is your employer's responsibility to provide earnings information to them. However, it's still your responsibility to review those records frequently to ensure their accuracy.
You know, one of those things that I want to highlight a little bit this morning here is that ability to review your earnings history. Your earnings history is something that we keep track of. We get reports from your employers, or if you're self-employed, When you file your self-employment tax returns, we get that information. But it's very important that that is accurate. And the reason for that is that ultimately, whenever the time comes for you to collect benefits from Social Security, the amount of your monthly benefit is going to be based upon your earnings history. So if it's a retirement benefit, for example, we're going to be using your 35 best years of earnings. We're going to adjust those for inflation, but we're going to be taking the data that was reported to us and using that to calculate your benefits. While it is your employer's responsibility to provide that accurate earnings information to us, it's really your responsibility to take a look at that on a regular basis and make sure that that's happening.
Failure to report even 1 year of earnings to Social Security could potentially cause a reduction in your monthly Social Security benefits. Myers notes only you can verify that your earnings record is accurate. However, if you spot a problem, it is easy to fix as long as you have your W-2. If you're self-employed, Social Security would need to see your tax return and proof of tax paid. Those documents are going to be much easier to come up with if you spot the problem early.
If there's a failure there, something doesn't go right, the report's not correct, that could potentially cause a reduction in your monthly Social Security benefits. And depending on how significant that error is, you could be looking at a lot of money that you're losing every month because of that reporting issue with your earnings record. So take a look at that on a regular basis. Make sure that you're seeing the earnings reported correctly. If you spot a problem, it's pretty easy to fix as long as you still have your W-2, or if you're self-employed, you have your self-employment tax return and the proof of tax paid. You just get those things to us, and we'll get the adjustment made. But that's why it's so important, Seth, to look at that on a regular basis, because if you spot a problem from 2 years ago, you're a lot more likely to have the documentation you need to fix it than if you wait until retirement and say, oh, wait a minute, 25 years ago, back in 2021, that was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You're not as likely to have the documents we need to get that fixed at that point in time. So take a look at it on a regular basis and let us know if you spot any problems so we can get that taken care of for you.
The easiest way to review your earnings record is through your My Social Security account, ssa.gov/myaccount. When reviewing your earnings record against W-2s, compare that to what Social Security has for earnings with the Social Security wages box on your W-2 or W-2s. Myers also notes it takes time for them to process all wage reports from a prior year. So do not be concerned early in the year if they don't have last year's updated yet. If you had multiple employers, you could see one W-2 show up before others. If you do spot a problem, visit a Social Security office or mail or fax a letter along with copies of your W-2s or self-employment records. Local office contact information is at ssa.gov/locator. News time is 22 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Monday. We've got plenty more coming your way next on the WHOW Morning Show.
Looking for Chevrolet inventory? This is Scott Baum from Baum Chevrolet Buick here in Clinton. We have the all-new Chevrolet Trax, Blazer, and Trailblazers coming. Plus, several Chevrolet Equinoxes and Traverses are here. This month, take advantage of extra $1,000 trade-in assistance on your trade. There's always a need for quality trades here at Baum's. BaumChevyBuick.com. Right from the start.
News time is 23 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Monday. Again, I'm Seth Lawrence with folks today for this expanded local newscast. If you plan to shop for your Halloween gear online, time is running out, and the Better Business Bureau wants you to be smart about how you spend your money. The National Retail Federation expects people will spend about $12.2 billion on Halloween this year. If you see a costume or decoration you want to buy, the agency advises use caution, especially since some of these entities may only be open for business during the Halloween season. BBB investigator Don O'Brien says the 12-foot tall skeleton is a popular item this year.
I'm certain we'll get reports now that some of these things are becoming more popular, that folks are going to go online and look for those, and they'll say they're $150 for a big skeleton, and you can find one online for half price. you're probably going to try to buy the one for half price, and that may or may not be a legitimate offer.
The BBB Yearly receives complaints about masquerade costume businesses, which include Halloween stores and websites. Many complaints involve orders that never arrive or are missing items. An expert says don't wait until the spring to add new life to your lawn. In many areas, it's still not too late to plant new grass seed, says Gary Crawford. New data from USDA resulted in closing out the domestic soybean balance sheet for the 22-23 marketing year and changing its marketing year's ledger from the previous month. Rod Bain has this quick report. News time is 29 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Monday. Again, I'm Seth Lawrence with you folks today for this expanded local newscast. News is brought to you by Baum Chevrolet Buick in Clinton, your Silverado headquarters, and we stream to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin insurance agent in Clinton. We come up on 7:30 on this Monday. A look at network news. Network sports comes your way next, and then local sports